to Books and Vibes with Kemi. I am Kemi Akonde and I am going to be your host. If you are looking for something bookish and fun, you are at the right space. It promises to be educative, it promises to be insightful, it promises to be relaxing, the weekend vibes. So every week I'll be dropping reviews of books that I love, books that I have read, from what I learned to why you should read it, just general reviews. And this might turn out to be not just book review, it might grow to be book summary or probably a book club. So stick with me and let's get on this ride. Every weekend I'll be dropping reviews from juicy novels or life-changing non-fictions. For the debut, we are going to be talking about The Wrong Sister. The Wrong Sister, yeah, I came across that novel sometime last month. Someone dropped like a screenshot of it that she has read it. I went to download it and it was nothing short of a page turner from the beginning to the end. And when I was reading that book, I can't count how many times I screamed out to the extent someone with me was like, "Is it this novel that was making you shout?" I was like, "Yes, it is. It is." So, speaking of plot twist and suspense, this book has plot twists that like you have a lot of moments of I never experienced. Like it's really suspenseful. Book made me sober at some point. It really made me sober, and towards the ending, like the kind of plot twist I was reading, I was like, I'm not reading again. It was just remaining one or two chapters. I had like basically everything that was going to happen had already happened, and I was like, I'm not reading again. Like, I was stuck to this book, and at that point, I was like, I'm not reading again. I left it for a whole 24 hours before I completed it, and it also made me do that. So what I
Chemistry is not
learned,
such a
number
useless
one, I learned
course.
that be grateful for what you have. Like in the book, Tasha and Alice were the sisters, right? So Tasha and Alice grew up together in a small town, but Alice was the career type. She advanced, she went to school, did a master's, PhD, successful biochemist. Alice was looking up to her and like she's rich. My sister is rich. She has her life figured out. She has a rich husband. She has a successful career. She lives in a big town. So she was looking onto her like, yeah, she has a perfect life, and she was just downplaying on what she had. She wasn't really grateful for what she had until the whole turn of events. And after that, she was really grateful for what she had, for her children. She had twins girls. She was grateful for her children. She was grateful for her family. She was grateful for her husband, her mom, and everyone. Second lesson I learned about family loyalty. Like everybody in the book, they were really stuck with their family, there for their families. They defended their families, which is a good lesson for me. It's good to be there for one another, not just your family members. Be your brother's keeper, watch out for your neighbor. So that was one thing the second lesson I learned from Viv. She watched out for her weird sister. I've forgotten her name. What's her name? She watched out for her weird sister, which was Bonnie's mother. Alice watched out for her younger sister. She was always, even when she had the injury when she was in the hospital, she was always watching out for her sister's children too. She had a saving for her sister's children. Their mom, she went to be to a far land because of the loss of her husband, the trauma from her missing baby. But when it was time to come through for her family, she was there. She was there. She was there with them physically. Everybody, like literally everybody in the novel were there for one another. They were there for their family. They stuck by their sides. it was only one person that I saw that was not really more of a family loyal person, which was Alice's husband, Kylie. Is it Kylie or Kylie? Yeah, Kylie. Kylie didn't really stick for his brother Connor because of his whole situation. Like he was a drug addict, he didn't turn out well, he went to the rehab and all. It kind of like denied him, which is not good. So no matter what, stick by your blood. The third lesson, I learned not to judge a book by its cover because you can't just judge by the outside. Number one, everybody that looked at Alice would have known that, yeah, she has her life put together. She's this perfect sister. She's the perfect wife, blah, blah, blah. But no, she wasn't perfect. She lied a lot in the book. She was covering up a lot. And at the end of the day, I discovered that she was the one that even murdered her husband. Yeah. So when it got to that part, I was like, what? Are you serious? After everything, like the whole investigation process and all was basically what happened for the most part of the novel. And towards the end, it was revealed that she was the one that killed her husband. And judging from the events, you would think Zoe was the one that murdered Kylie. But no, if you look at her, the way she behaved and everything, you would think she was the one that murdered Kylie. But no, she wasn't the one. So don't judge a book by its cover. And when I was thinking about everything at the end of the book, I was thinking it might have been Alice that sent those notes to herself, and oh, you know, she was a big liar. So I would recommend this book to you. Why you would love to read it because it's insightful. It is. It has a lot of plot twists. If you're a lover of suspense, consider reading The Wrong Sister. If you love book inspiration, if you love good books, if you love vibes and all, stick with me. Watch out for the next episode next week. I'm releasing one book review a week. Bet there may be vibes or any other thing in between. Probably I'll just keep you posted on what I'm currently reading during the weekdays because the reviews will be posted on weekends. Have a good weekend. Have a restful one. Ciao.